will literally show you the Korea that you've been wanting to see.
Yes, it is time to experience nooks and crannies of Korea as if with your own 2 feet on
K-Patch
with Jennifer.
It's a Thursday, and unlike last week where, Jen, you were the victim or the benefactor, depending on whether you liked it or not, of being in the studio all by yourself.
I really like that chair and the microphone.
You were sitting here.
Yeah,
oh
that was
my
my seat. And
I think no other guest has been on the show at the same time as me, because I was doing it remotely, and sat in this seat.
I'm the first person who stole your seat.
You can put that down in your resume. Tell your grandchildren when they are curled up in bed, maybe 60 years down the line, and they'll love that story, I'm sure. How have you been, Jen? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I mean, it's the first day I saw you for this fresh New Year, isn't it?
2022.
Yeah.
Anything
How
feel
have you
different?
been? You've been at home for quite some time, right?
No, well, that was the only day I had to remotely broadcast, because I got my results that morning, and then I came in the next day to broadcast here. I'm glad, because I hate staying at home for more than 24 hours. Like, some people are homebodies, right? And they like
people,
curling up at home and lying down and just watching TV. I can't stand that. Like, I need to get out and get some fresh air. So, knock on wood, I don't catch COVID ever, because I would be terrible cooped up in home. Did you do anything special for the New Year Eve?
What
Were
did
you
I
awake
do?
at midnight?
I mean, recently I've been going to some places to show you guys some interesting spots.
For the show, thank you.
Yeah. But other than that, I have to thank you guys, because if it were not for this show, I would be just stuck at home whole day. I'm more of a homey person in that sense.
Okay. I hope we're not like sending you against your will, Jennifer, but I think it's nice to sometimes do something outside of your comfort zone. Maybe I do need to stay at home more to save more money, perhaps, the opposite side of things. Today's hashtag is sudang. And I looked up in the dictionary, because I'm not familiar with this word, and it said like benefits or extra pay. Is that an accurate description? As a Korean teacher on YouTube, Jen, what would you describe sudang as?
Sudang. Yeah, sudang is definitely the word to use when you talk about how much you get paid per hour.
It can mean that, like how much per hour. But aside from that, can it also mean the extra pay or the benefits that you get from a job, say sick pay and stuff like that? Because that's what the writer was talking about in the opening today, like extra pay or a bonus or something like that.
Yeah, that's also correctly used.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not just for per hour payment, but I just want to say that we use this in a more formal setting, not in a daily life.
You don't often say, hey, what's your sudang
With
like?
your friends, no.
So for you, what kind of benefits would you like in a perfect world? Like if Arirang had all the money in the world and could provide you any benefit,
That's a lovely imagination.
what would you
isn't
love
it?
to have? Anything.
Well, anything. At this point, I'm spending a lot of my energy and time for baby carrying still.
Okay.
And I would really wish if the government could, support a bit more.
Okay.
Because I'm really feeling with my skin. I'm seeing a lot of people who are still having trouble.
Yeah.
Money-wise, time-wise, waiting to get their kids to the child care center. And it's just so sad, because if you look at the birth rate, it's just, so serious. It's the world's lowest, isn't it, as far as I know.
I think in OECD countries at least, yeah. So what would you like the government to do? To like provide more childcare? Or
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, like for people like me, for example, I want to work and care baby, and getting that balance is always an issue. It's really challenging. And, finding the facilities that are run by the government, which we call it 국공립 어린이집.
They're quite rare and
so
hard to get
competitive.
into.
Yeah, it's like sending your kids to like prestigious college or something. Yeah, we got in. Or
It is, you're right. And to encourage a higher birth rate, we'd need more of that. That sounds
first
like
of all,
a sensible
we just need
thing.
more at this point.
Do you know what I was thinking? I feel really immature now. I was thinking I would like a helicopter to bring me to Arirang every day, even though I live like 5 minutes away. I just want to go on a helicopter.
Have you ever
No.
Took in helicopter?
I might hate it, but I'd like to see what it's like. That was my
That's nice,
frivolous
though.
benefit. Yes, we'll
Yeah.
see. Or just have a driver. I think that would be quite nice as well.
Driver.
Just
That would
drive
be
around
really good.
in a lovely car. I think maybe the president of the company does have that downstairs sometimes waiting. Today's topic, it's not about benefits or Sudang. It's something to do with the Year of the Tiger. Mm-hmm. Where are we
Yes.
going? What are we seeing?
Yeah, so, zodiac animal is deeply rooted in, I believe in other Asian culture as well, but definitely in Korea, we celebrate animal every year. And there are 12 animal gods. In Korean, we say 12 지신, 12 animal gods.
Oh.
And this year happens to be the tiger year.
Which is cool because Korea used to be famous for having tigers until we killed them all in the mountains. We have some in the zoos though. And I guess it's not really sensible to let tigers roam around in the public sphere because they can kill people. But at the same time, they're a living creature, so it is a bit sad that we don't have them. Once again, I asked David this on Monday. It's not strictly the Year of the Tiger now, right? We have to wait till Solal for it officially to be like lunar calendar-wise, the Year of the Tiger, right?
Is it though?
I think
That's
so.
a good question, actually.
Yeah, so many Koreans, we just talk about the Year of the Tiger now, but that's the Chinese zodiac or the Oriental zodiac, Far Eastern, and we're supposed to go by the lunar calendar now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense because lunar calendar is Asian way of celebrating the new year, and that's the year that we have the new year.
Yeah, so I think people who aren't Korean notice that more and say, wait a sec, it's not actually yet the new lunar
Good
new
point.
year. But anyhow, that's the topic. So where are you taking us? To a tiger enclosure?
So actually, well, as you said, we no longer see wild tigers anymore, but still a lot of people feel related to tigers. I mean, we get to see tigers everywhere in the the sports uniforms and a lot of characters and mascots. And I happen to notice that there is this very interesting exhibition going on by National Folk Museum of Korea that talks about, all about tigers in Korean culture.
Okie dokie. Our producer is saying, Chachumi's filling in today, that during the Japanese occupation was when the final tigers were hunted to extinction, maybe due to the Japanese. I think for a long while we had tiger hunters in Korea as well.
Yeah.
And maybe it coincided with more modern techniques to get rid of them. My wife's grandmother, who's originally from North Korea, used to tell stories of seeing tigers in her village. And I was like, oh my goodness, that sounds a little bit dangerous, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's get to your first video then. We're going to the Folk Museum in Korea.
Yes. So the first part, you're going to see how tigers are considered to be really fearful, sacred animal by Koreans. And you're going to see the paintings and art pieces and all that.
Let's take a look. Where is this?
So this is the National Folk Museum of Korea, the entrance. And I was really surprised how well decorated it is.
In Seoul?
In Seoul, near the Gyeongbokgung, the main palace in Seoul.
It's kind of attached to that.
Yeah.
So this is the exhibition, 호랑이나라, the land of the tigers.
And once you go in, you're going to see this beautiful art project. The theme number 1 is talking about how tigers look like, how it is depicted in the art pieces.
Little wooden figurines, are they? Wow.
And this, you're seeing the zodiac animals sculptured in ashtray.
An ashtray?
From early 20th century
Wow.
piece. And also you're seeing the books, the posters. And personally, I found that one, the calendar of 1950 when the Korean War broke out. It was the tiger year.
Wow, that's interesting that it's depicted that way.
And let's see the paintings. This is how tigers are depicted. I don't know how you think, but people consider tiger as very scary, fearful animal.
Sure. But in
Yeah.
Korean paintings, I often think the face looks almost comical. Like the
Isn't
eyes
it?
are really big and the teeth are
Yeah.
overly sharp and
Kind of look
outside.
friendly at the same time.
Yeah, and sometimes a bit foolish, I think, the
Uh-huh.
characters are depicted.
And this one was really surprising because if you look at the left and right side,
Mm-hmm.
the right side, it has the leopard patterns on the
Oh,
skin.
yeah.
So this shows, according to the curator, that the pom, the word for tiger, was used for both tigers and leopards back in the days.
Were leopards in Korea as well?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And this is the hood used by boys and the litters, comma, and you're seeing the cover with the tiger image on it.
A cover for like furniture that
Yes.
used to be traditional.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. I've not seen that before. Because in some countries, they have like tiger skin carpets and rugs I've
Mm-hmm.
seen, but I don't know how common that was or is in Korea. That's so many different ways that the tiger is depicted in Korea. That hat for the little boys as well. Was that like the hat itself was meant to look like a tiger?
Yeah, so it was surprising because that hood was from 1990. Wasn't that long ago.
Oh, I see.
And now that I come to think of it, when babies celebrate their 1 year birthday tour,
Yeah.
they get to wear this kind of hat, and I think it kind of looked familiar with the hood we just seen. But you have to look closely
To know it's a tiger.
Yeah, I didn't know until the curator explained about it.
Yeah, the one I had, and I don't remember because I was 1 year old, but I've seen the photos. It was just a very pointy, like triangle. It didn't look like that one. That kind of looked like a kind of tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. And I guess maybe for little boys especially, you want maybe the spirit of a tiger.
Yeah, I think it's mostly used for boys' hood, not the girls.
Yeah, maybe the traditional gender roles would separate them. Not in this day and age, though, I
Not
suppose.
anymore.
Let's get to some music. We've got more videos to show you, maybe from you guys as well. If there's something that comes to mind after you watch Jen's videos, do send it in. Don't be shy. Messages are fine as well. We got this. This is a funny track to play when we're talking about tigers. AOA with Sappun Sappun Like a Cat. We're back for part 2. Kate Patch with Jen in the studio. We heard Like a Cat from AOA. Many of you missing the girls, wanting them to make some more music. And yeah, they are just big, furry cats, tigers, that are dangerous, obviously, at the same time. But they're all part of that feline family. Are you a cat person or a dog person, as they sometimes ask in the West, Jen, or neither? Or both?
Oh, that's interesting because in Korea, we mostly ask whether you are the bear person or fox person.
A bear or a fox
Yeah, we don't
person?
say, are you a 강아지 person?
So,
Interesting culture point, just to point out.
Well, in the West, it's referring to like which you'd prefer to have as a pet.
Yeah.
But they don't keep like bears or foxes as pets.
No.
Is that something more like historical and traditional? What does that mean? Like you prefer that animal or you have characteristics associated with that animal?
Oh, so bear is depicted as more, how should I say, kind of lousy person.
Oh,
if it's
lazy.
too negative, kind of, just laid back and slow
Hibernating.
going. Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas fox person is, in a good way, it's really smart to show a person is really smart, but sometimes it can be, how should I say?
Like cunning.
Exactly.
Ah, that's interesting. Yeah, with the dog and cat, we're not saying you're like a cat or like a dog. We're just saying, what do you prefer as a pet? It's much more simple, I suppose.
And also, regarding the relationship with your loved ones,
Yeah.
you might ask a person whether that if you're the yo kind of woman or the gong type of woman.
I've never heard of a bear type of woman. Yo, I've heard many times. Like, you're a bit sly and conniving.
Oh.
What's a bear kind of woman
Bear
in a
kind
relationship?
of woman is the woman who, in a good way,
Yeah.
with less jealousy
Oh.
and really diligent.
Okay.
But it also have negative meaning.
Meaning?
It's a person who has difficulty showing affections, maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
Who
guess
is more like,
reserved with their
Exactly.
emotions.
Yeah.
Whereas a fox might be open but might be trying to manipulate you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I've never heard of a bear woman. I'm going to try and find some bear women out there now. We've got messages from our listeners. Gabby from Peru says, I love the nature, birds chirping, the background sounds. And what if you're born in January? What animal zodiac do you have? Well, as we mentioned earlier, if it's traditional, you base it on Lunar New Year. So before Lunar New Year, if it's still a January, you're just the previous year's animal. It's not like you're in limbo. You don't have any animal. Yeah.
But based on my experience, I think we celebrate based on the Western calendar. That's how I feel.
Really?
We just ask which year are you born?
And then you'd be the 뱀띠 or the 호랑이,
I'm
regardless
this animal D.
of when Lunar New Year is. Because Lunar New Year is sometimes in February even. So I wonder, if you went by that, it would be more confusing. Is anyone in Korea born before Lunar New Year of that year and has their D? I'd love to hear from you. That would be really cool. You got some messages as well from listeners.
From Tropic Girl. Was that Jen running after her little one? So cute. Beautiful artwork. Love the moving images. Great tapestries. That is me.
Oh.
So I don't usually take my kids anymore because I know there's a lot to take care of.
Sure.
But I wanted to add that scene in because I didn't want to make this video too heavy because
Okay.
just so much
The
academic
museum and
content. Yeah. But in fact, there were a lot of families and the music was great and it was just not that strict, silent place.
Yeah, it did seem with the interactive media art that kids would be welcome and maybe
Yes.
enjoy it as well, right? Steve says really nicely crafted historical artifacts and their depictions of tigers. Moa, I believe you're from France, says, I saw a tiger not long ago in a park. What do you mean, Moa? Not like roaming around in a park free, surely in a cage or something like that.
Maybe
I don't
like
think.
a safari system?
Maybe. France is not famous for wild tigers, I believe, right? You got one more?
Yeah, from Aaron. Wow, I love art museums. I will have to add it to my bucket list. I love learning about Korean history. You betcha. I mean, this was my first time visiting this place, and I was surprised how I didn't notice this spot until now.
I remember visiting Gyeongbokgung Palace and there were signs saying there's a folk museum. I thought it was just like some little tiny thing, just an afterthought, but it looks like a proper venue to go to
It
by
is.
itself, right?
And surrounding the building, they have well decorated with traditional type Korean houses, chokajip, and there
wow.
were stores from the vintage 1950s.
Nice.
And I was with my parents by then, and they
Yeah.
were surprised to see those like hair salons and bookstores from the 50s vibe.
The old series,
Yeah.
old style, I should say. That's cool. Let's get on to your second video, Jen, because we've got a couple of things to show our listeners in this part. So starting off with what?
Yeah, so usually I bring two videos, but this time I happen to have a very in-depth interview with the curator, gratefully.
Wow.
So that's going to come up after the part two.
Okay.
So part two, you're going to see how tigers are depicted in modern contemporary days.
Oh, let's
Here
take a
we go. So these books that you're seeing now is more that we're familiar with. You can easily see tiger-related folk tales written in books, record players,
Wow, even
and
in
videos,
songs.
of course,
Uh-huh.
in our daily life. And you're seeing me playing with the image there.
A little game with tigers in it as
Yeah,
well.
There are games that is inspired by the folk tales.
The mascots of the Olympics, summer and winter.
So Hodori and Suhorang, there you're seeing both tiger mascots from 1988 Seoul Olympic, Suhorang from 2018 Winter Olympic.
I wonder how long we'll keep using tigers, because the longer it's been since they were living here in the wild,
Yeah.
maybe the further it gets away from memory, I wonder. Is this a famous tiger-related game?
Yeah, so it's a rehearsal of a game 바람의 나라 연, inspired by the tiger folktale.
Oh.
And this is a book written by a very famous professor in 1950s. Well, first written in 1940s, but published in 1950s. And, in the cover of the book, you're seeing the image of tiger.
Oh.
I mean, we're talking about 1940s. And
Wow.
that professor would be one of those few foreign visitors in Korea before Korean War happened.
Sure.
And even then, tigers are depicted as representative animal that
Yeah.
represents Korea.
That's amazing. And yeah, in many folktale books, the tiger is on the cover. I think because a
Yeah.
tiger is really stimulating interest for many people. They're just like, oh, that's a cool creature. So it's used a lot. Jackie clarifies, in Malaysia, if you're born before the Lunar New Year, even in January, you get the previous year's animal. So I think that's traditional. And I really do wonder when Korea, if it has shifted or if there's some traditionalists who stick to one and some to the other. I don't think it's a very strict and important thing. Maybe you can choose if you're flexible as well.
I mean, when I was attending school, then we were still using 빠른 system. Have you heard about that?
So you could go before your time to school.
Well, let me give you the example. I have this close 선배, senior, who... Her and I, we were born in the same year. Her birthday is on January.
Yeah.
And so she's the 빠른 1월생. So she and I, we share the same born year, but she happens to be the senior at school.
She was a year older in terms of where she was in school. Yeah, in the West, we have a lot of that because the school term starts in September. But in Korea, is that not a thing anymore?
Not a thing anymore.
Oh, that's
it's
interesting.
been by some time, actually.
Okay.
Yes.
We've got your interview, Jen. Thanks for going the extra mile to get this with the curator of the exhibition.
Yeah, we're going to see the interview I had with Mr. Kim Hyung-ju from National Folk Korea.
We no longer see tigers. Why do you think Korea is still known to be a land of tigers?
Yeah. So nowadays, we're only seeing tigers at zoos, but it wasn't like that in the past. I mean, Korea is full of mountains, and we can easily see tigers in our daily lives. There are a lot of stories and relics related to tigers, and that is why
Koreans think tigers as sacred animals.
Yeah. So you know, a lot of Koreans were eaten by tigers.
Oh my goodness.
True story.
Really?
Yeah. And that is why people get to fear tigers. At the same time, consider them as gods.
Kind of respect them, I suppose, because they could kill you.
Exactly. And so if you go and visit temples in the mountains in Korea, we have a lot of temples in the mountains.
Yeah.
And you can easily see this little temple to pray for tiger gods.
Oh,
산신,
really?
mountain gods.
Oh, one of the mountain gods was a tiger god then.
Yes.
Yeah, because there are lots of those. Actually, in my photo today, a few people thought I was a 산신령 in my hashtag photo post. And those are some of the mountain gods, right, that you would pray to way back in the day. If you watch Kingdom as well, they've got a scene with the tiger, a zombie tiger actually, that eats people.
Ooh.
That's a bit different to what actually happened. But yeah, I think there are many Korean pop culture, maybe even a movie about tiger hunters or a drama that I recall. And that's why, because it was such a big creature in the past, literally and figuratively. We're going to get to our listener content. Some more photos for Jen later as well. Why don't we play this first, though, from EXO. Ururong, growl. Ururong, growl from EXO.
Nice pick.
Jen liking that. Could you do a tiger growl, Jen? Do you ever read a story to your kids and then, your kid, I should say, and then do a little voice acting?
Oh, I actually love doing that.
Oh my goodness. I felt so scared. It's like there's a tiger in the studio.
Sorry about that.
You're not a tiger D, as we say in Korean, are you?
So you're asking my age?
No, because I don't know. And I think our listeners have no idea generally, most of our Western listeners.
Well, I am born in the year of snake, guys.
Of the snake.
It's open to you. Which year it is?
I will then reveal mine as well. I always get confused, but I think I'm a 돼지. I'm a pig. Which doesn't sound flattering either, to be honest, in Western culture at least. We've got some more photos, Jen, from you that you took at the exhibition, is this?
Yes.
Oh.
So I have brought 2 photos because I found this really familiar with, because I get to see this kind of home furnitures when my grandmother was alive.
Wow.
And this you're seeing a wardrobe, little wardrobe thing. And you're seeing tiger decorated on the left side. So on the right side, you're seeing a dragon, and the left side, there is the tiger.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That is something that I'm really more close with, deeply related with. I'm sure still we're seeing that kind of furniture often at homes.
Yeah, if you're into your traditional Korean furniture, you can still buy these kind of items for sure. And the dragon, I don't know why. I don't know if it has a big role in Korean culture, to be honest. Maybe it's more in China. But I've seen it on furniture like this and from time to time. But we don't big it up that much, talk about dragon culture in Korea too often, right?
In Korea?
Yeah, like from the tales. I wonder if it's just our neighbours. And this next photo, a little table.
That's a little table. And according to Mr. Kim, the curator, the leg is from the tiger's leg.
Oh, the legs of the table are designed to
Yeah.
look like legs of a tiger.
And I brought this photo, even though it doesn't quite look like tiger, but that kind of table is really generally used in Korean houses even nowadays.
Yeah.
And once I heard that that is inspired by Korean tiger legs, you can see how deeply tigers are related to our daily lives.
Yeah, for a bit of scale, because you might not understand the size. It's not like a normal dining table.
No,
it's low.
just for like tea time.
Yeah, you'd be sitting on the floor,
Yes.
right, drinking from there. And yeah, even if most Korean households, even if they don't have the traditional style, they will still have a low table for like kids or even adults to sit around and, like you said, have tea time.
Yeah.
Maybe do their homework as well. We've got lots of messages from our listeners. Jackie Wong says, according to the Chinese zodiac, those born in the year of the tiger are compatible with those born in the year of the horse and the pig. They're referred to as good friends. I've heard that there are beliefs that different age gaps match well together, different animals.
In Korean we say 궁합.
And then Brian, I think, said he understood maybe 4 years above and 4 years below was ideal. I've totally missed that in my marriage, but we seem to get on quite well, I think. You got some messages?
Yeah, from Nur Natasha. Unfortunately, I read an article early this year. Malaysian tiger has been shot to die in Miami because the tiger attacked the zoo cleaner.
Oh, no.
So sad.
Yeah, Malaysian
Attacked the
tigers.
cleaner. My God.
I wonder if Malaysia still has tigers in the wild then. Please do let us know. Because I was doing some research for some other project about India, and they have thousands of tigers in the wild still, and sometimes they do attack people, but it's really interesting to see them live side by side. Gabby from Peru says it's so cool to have a tiger representing Korea. Out of all the animals, I think tiger's one of the coolest to represent a country, right?
Yeah, and it's also really fun, surprising and interesting that if you look at the 단군 신화, known to be the very first story that talks about the very start of Korean ethnicity.
Yeah.
In fact, you're seeing a bear and a tiger in the tail.
Yes.
And then, long story short, in the end, you can see that people admire bear instead of the tiger.
Doesn't the bear succeed, right? And the tiger was too...
The bear becomes the human and be like the successor from the sky god, whereas the tiger just runs out of the cave and, cannot be the human. But now we're seeing tigers everywhere.
That's true. I wonder why. When did that change? Yeah.
And from Silver Granny, one of the books that my grandson is getting for his birthday is a story about a tiger, fox, and some children looking for their grandmother.
Oh.
Interesting.
Wait, is that the Korean one if you're talking about in English? Because I rented a picture book and their grandmother had disappeared. So they go into a magical closet and a tiger kind of guides them or something. I can't remember exactly. But you'll see, as Jen showed us in her video, lots of books for kids in Korea have a tiger theme if it's like a traditional folk tale or something.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the Korean folk tales, tigers are mostly depicted as kind of a bad
and mischievous
role.
sometimes,
Eating
like
up
tricking
the kids.
and eating
exactly,
kids.
eating up kids' mother or grandmother.
Yeah. There's a great tale about a tiger and a persimmon, and I think I've told it on the show before. So look it up on the internet if you're curious. It's a really funny tale as well. Just one point to note before we get to our listener photos. The Folk Museum, the National Folk Museum of Korea, is free to go in?
It's free, guys.
Wow. I like free.
Yeah, but you have to go through some procedures, getting the temperature checks and showing the QR code that you're vaccinated fully.
That kind of thing is a given
Other
these
than that,
days.
it's so smoothly proceeded.
Sounds good. Noah confirming that Malaysia does have tigers still in the wild, but not too many anymore. We've got Siska's photos to show you, and I've seen this picture before, and I've always been amazed. Anything about tigers, this is me and a very cool tiger. And I know in some parts of Southeast Asia as well, they have like tigers raised at temples with Buddhist monks.
So that's a real tiger.
Yeah. They are like relatively tame. My English friends who visited, they were like lying on their laps. And I was like, what if it just turned and bit you? But apparently they never do. Cisco, that does look scary, but amazing at the same time. And you said it's a famous animal in Indonesia, but the existing species I think only left is the Sumatran tiger now. I have heard of that. And then Yin, also this time from Malaysia, says, the Malaysian tiger is a national symbol. It's expected, though, to become extinct within the next decade. Data from the first National Tiger Survey shows there are fewer than 200 left in the wild. But the coat of arms for the country is shielded by 2 tigers. And then you've also got this. It was featured in a Lunar New Year movie 12 years ago. And I recently spoke to the lion dance master who acted the moves from it and coaches an award-winning lion dance team. He said the tiger dance has 300 years of history. Wait, so is it a tiger or a lion? It looks like a tiger
to me.
Yeah, so you described it as the lion dance. I wonder if they're kind of interchangeable in Malaysia.
Yeah, I mean, we also have that kind of dance, thteir, with the lion masks on and dragon. And then again, I can see that Asian cultures are somehow all related, isn't it? Share common things.
Yeah, and it's odd as well in the UK, not the tiger, but sometimes related. The lion is a big symbol, and we don't have lions at all in the UK, never have, except for in the zoos. But I think just because it's a symbol of strength and people are scared of them, the football shirt has the lions, whereas in Korea, you showed earlier, we've got the tiger on our football shirt, right? I think it's a white tiger as well, if I'm not mistaken.
So would it be fair to say British people are more related to lions rather than tigers?
For sure. Like the song for the football team is 3 lions on a shirt. And we talk about Richard Lionheart as well instead of tigers. I wonder why. Jen, as ever, it's so fun to see your videos. Any ideas for next week?
Well, for next week, I'm going to show you another Korean traditional cultural items.
Oh, cultural items. Looking forward to that. So show us your cultural items from your country as well, and we'll look forward to seeing them. Jen, have a wonderful week. Oh, you wanted to shout out to Kay.
Can I give a really short shout out to Karen? Thank you so much for the card. I just got it today. I am so touched. 감동입니다.
It's a
감사합니다.
little like hand-stitched one, isn't it? That is beautiful.
Handmade card.
Have a wonderful week. We'll see you on Thursday, Jen.
Have a great day, everyone.
Here is Chushik with Think About You, 너를 생각해.